This is the kind of fret saw you need if you want to do marquetry. I'm going to tell you why. I get multiple messages a day from people asking me which fret saw they should buy if they want to get into marquetry because they're pretty confused. And I think a lot of that confusion stems from the fact that if you go searching for a fret saw, at least in a woodworking environment, you're going to see a lot of things that look like this, with a lot of fancy marketing language attached to them that will make you think that you need to own something like this extremely expensive saw to be able to do marquetry. And not only is that not true, but also this saw is just not the appropriate one for marquetry. And I'm going to show you why. This is a fret saw blade. Unlike a coping saw blade, it does not have pins at the end. And what a fret saw does is it basically just holds that blade in between two clamps under tension so that you can cut things. Now, if you look at the marketing material for modern fret saws, they all focus on the frame and its ability to hold this blade under very high tension so that it can cut through thick material, usually to remove dovetail waste. And that is a great thing, and that's why I own this saw. But that is absolutely unnecessary for marquetry. In marquetry, the blades that we're using are very thin and don't require a heavy-duty frame to keep them under tension. So we can use something like this. The other thing that's nice about not having to keep it under high tension is that we can have a much deeper throat. That deeper throat will allow us to do much bigger projects. The limit on something like this is approached very quickly. On this, it's much higher. The other thing about this saw is that the blade clamping mechanism here is much simpler than it is on something fancy like this blue spruce or the new concepts. In marquetry, you're threading, unthreading, clamping, unclamping constantly. You want this to be as simple as possible. The same thing goes for how you tension this. This is tensioned by pressing here and clamping. This is tensioned via turning the handle and locking things down. The new concepts has a cam lever. It's just too much. This is made by a company called Eclipse. There are other brands on the market. It does not matter which one to get. It needs to have a deep throat and an easy, simple clamping mechanism. That's it.